Hallelujah. All right. Going live in 3, 2, 1. What's up, everyone? Thank you so much for joining me on another episode of Woke as Fun. Today we have a special guest, Raffaella, Giampaolo. Did I say that right?
Yes, you did.
Awesome. On Route 44. Why don't I let you go ahead and introduce yourself to all of our listeners?
Hello. Thank you for having me today. I am beyond excited and honored to be here speaking with you. I am Raffaella of En Route 44, based in San Diego, California, originally from the East Coast. I've been all over the place. I am an intuitive guide and channel, spiritual teacher, mentor, Reiki master. I do energy healing and channeled guidance sessions, as well as training others in Reiki and energy healing. And again, it is an honor to be here and to connect with you, Max. I love you dearly, and I'm just excited to see where we go with this.
Awesome. I love it. I'm so excited. You have such a good podcast voice, so to speak.
Oh, you do. I used to hate my voice, and now from doing podcasts, I feel like it's truly been so healing for my voice, and I feel like it's changed from doing this work, and I know you probably have experienced that too. So now I actually enjoy my voice, and I used to. So if you struggle with speaking, just start a podcast.
Right? Just start doing it. You're like, all your fears will subside.
Exactly.
I feel like that's the same with recording the videos. I mean, my first video that I recorded, I did it. I was on a walk, and it was nighttime, and I just practiced, and then after that, I just started just recording them. You know what I mean? And they just come a little more naturally. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel like I've done that, or I've practiced in the mirror what I'm gonna say for a video or something.
That's awesome.
When you're saying it to yourself, it's oh, this sounds so good, and then in the moment you're I don't know, but it always ends up flowing.
Yeah, Raffaella actually has a lot of really good stories. Her photography is really cool. So if you're into aesthetics and consciousness and all that good stuff, definitely give her a follow. So the intention for today was Raffaella and I were talking about a week ago, and we were talking about burnout, right?
Yeah.
Spiritual healers and compassion, fatigue.
Yes.
Yeah. How do you feel like you've kind of healed and kind of become more grounded after, you said you got back from traveling? And
yes. Yeah, I feel like lately I've been really discovering what my balance is personally. And so I think everyone's balance is different. And I think there's some people, some healers who could see people and do healing sessions every day of the week, 3 a day. And I think there's some people that maybe that is a little bit too much, right? And so for me, as I've been taking on more and more clients, I've kind of, from trial and error, realized how much I can handle. And it's not, it's I could do more, but it's really, do I want to? And also I want to be able to show up and give my everything to a client. And so I will not make exceptions with my boundaries of how many people I see in a week. And so I've had to discover that. But when we were talking, it was a week where I had taken time off. And so that's something I still struggle with, is taking time off and not feeling this, feeling of I have to make up for it, right? This mentality where it's oh my God, I took time off, so now I have to go double time the week I get back, or I need to squeeze everything in. And it really comes to this, I think, still this fear or this scarcity mindset from my past, and what's probably been passed down to me, or what I know has been passed down to me from my ancestors, right? And people before me. And so it's still showing up for me in my healing practice when I'm just taking time for me, in this feeling where I have to make up for it.
Yes, that's beautiful. And I just want to touch on a couple of things you said, having that, just showing up for your clients 100% and having that integrity and setting those physical and emotional boundaries for yourself is something that is so important.
Mm-hmm.
And I see so many healers and coaches wear themselves thin, and it's
right.
You're not able to show up 100%. You're not able to do the work that you're meant to do with your full potential if you're, just trying to, yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, do as much as possible. Yeah, I see coaching programs a lot where it's for a bunch of people. And, honestly, if I'm being fully transparent, I see those and I'm there's no way one human can actually deliver all of these promises, for that amount of people, every week. It's just, and so I personally see that and I'm like, that is just, that's the intention is probably there, but is it realistic to put all of that on one person? I don't think so. Personally.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. And just having that integrity, that word just keeps coming up in my head. And like,
Yeah.
it's just so important because, when you start seeing more clients, like you're saying, and it's really time to get clear with yourself. Like, what is my clarity for the future? Like moving forward, like, is this sustainable for my health and well-being?
Right.
Is this sustainable for my emotions? Because you don't want to end up like hating your clients, you know what I mean? So
yes, never.
yeah,
Right.
so
This work, we all probably came into it because it's something we're so passionate about. And so I never ever want to feel like, oh, I don't want to go to my session today. Like, absolutely not.
beautiful. And I love how open and aware you are of that. And I feel like that's something that I've been called to teach more to people, and especially the spiritual community, because we're all givers and we all just want to give
Exactly.
everything we have. And it's like, so there's a point where you literally have nothing left to give.
Right. And you're
And
not serving yourself or the people that you're working with.
exactly. And I really just want to catch people before they get to that point. I'm like, bro, like, or sis, like, you gotta know, like, there's a better way.
Yeah, and I've noticed, I think we talked about this, but our teams and like the universe will slow us down if we try to like go full force for too long. I noticed that it's like I fill up my week because I took time off, and then the next week I have like nothing, right? And it's like, and then you start panicking. But then from this happening a few times now, when that happens, I'm like, okay, thank you for creating time for me to take care of myself again and to like create other projects, right? Like, we don't just do healings. There's other things that I feel the universe wants us to create and put out there too. And I think we forget that sometimes because we prioritize the giving to another person in that direct contact,
No, I love where you're going with that. I mean, there's just so many ways to not only make money, but to, serve your life purpose with doing different projects, really going with the flow of the energy and going with what, feels right in the moment. And, you might be doing Reiki for 3 years, and then one day you realize that, you're going to shift into coaching.
Right.
I mean, that happened for myself. I was doing all this healing and meditation work. And then like, it just dawned on me. It's like, Maximilian, it's time to take a shift. It's take everything and apply it to this new coaching and this intuitive healing. And I'm just so excited.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I just wanted to also talk about, that one problem that you brought up, because that's actually what I was going to ask you next, because I just wanted to figure out what some of your challenges were, but I think we have a good handle on that the energy of having to make up. Sorry, were you going to say that?
Well, what you just shared about you, I feel like you definitely, well, obviously everything you say is for a reason, but I just wanted to say that I'm in that like transition phase myself now. I'm feeling like I'm being shown and just led, like people are coming to me, like wanting me to be their teacher. And it's not even something I'm really publicly putting out there. Right. And so it's like all of a sudden that's coming to me. And so I'm in this place right now of like finding that balance of like, in the meantime, as I'm creating whatever programs I'm creating or starting to do that, of still like seeing people for healings. And so I'm like in this in-between place right now. So
wow, I'm glad you brought that up, because I was actually thinking about you yesterday. I remember watching one of your stories, and you said that someone asked you about one of the services that you were actually planning on doing, but you hadn't talked to anyone about, right?
Yeah, that's happening a lot.
That actually happened to me yesterday. I was on the phone with one of my friends, and he's like, do you do like guided meditations that you like record and give to people? But and then like I'm looking back in my head like, that was like on my to-do list like 2 weeks ago.
Right. And it's like, okay, now I'll do it. Now it's time.
Exactly. There's a need.
Yeah. And people have been having dreams about me too, like random people. I don't know if that happens to you, but like people DM me and be like, I hope this isn't creepy. And I'm like, do you know what I do? This is not creepy. And so my guides are like totally working through other people, because if I'm being honest, I probably don't sit enough like in meditation myself as a channel. I'm just like, my personality is so like go, go, go. And I feel like I do more of like an active meditation, if anything. Yeah. So my guides have to like work through other people like on overtime to get things to me. And so I literally will get DMs on Instagram from random people with like downloads about me or dreams about me. And I'm like, thank you.
Wow. That's so powerful. I mean, just speaking to like the universal guidance and those ideas that come to us, like that's so cool, because it's like I feel like we get these ideas, and then I'm very much like you, where I'm like I do like active meditation, and it's funny because like you'll be getting these signs and these synchronicities, like almost all these external
Yeah.
things, but then when you finally sit in your meditation and you like have that time to do it, it's like your guide's almost like, bro, like did you see all those signs that I showed you?
Yeah.
Like of course I've been telling you to do guided meditation since 2 weeks ago, and
I
like
know.
it's like, oh, okay, like finally, like it's like a ding dong, like
Yes.
from one of my best friends across the country saying like, hey, like I think you
Right.
should do this. I'm like, I think you're right, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, cool. So this is exciting because what I really want to do with you today, and I feel like there's something telling me that like this process that I'm going to do with you is going to be a little bit different than what I normally do with people, just because you're already an open channel, you're already you're really in touch with your divine team and your inner self. So this is like prime time, like awesome, exciting time to like do this work. And it's funny because I was taking notes and I was like, you were talking about taking time off and stuff and all those feelings. And at the end of my notes, I was just like, she know. And I put a period. Like, you know.
I love it.
Cool. So let's just take a moment, take a couple deep breaths. And just, we're going to acknowledge that there is a part of yourself, and you did say earlier that fear that you have to make up for if you miss those sessions, or you feeling like you need to squeeze everything in, and feeling like maybe taking time off is counterproductive.
Mm-hmm.
And you also talked about that scarcity feeling coming from your ancestors. So we'll just see what comes up, but let's just take a moment now to tune in to the energy of that part of yourself that still has those fears and those beliefs. I have to make up for it. I have to squeeze everything in. And just let me know when you feel you've connected with that part of yourself.
Connected.
Beautiful. And just take a moment and breathe and thank this part of yourself for being willing to communicate with you, because these parts of ourselves, they're doing this job faithfully for us that we've learned in our childhood, and also, like you said, from ancestral stuff. And just acknowledge this part for doing its best that it could, for doing its job that it's been doing faithfully for you for a number of years, and that you're not trying to get rid of it, but you're trying to give it a better job that'll serve a higher good now. And just continue to breathe naturally and just give it a voice. Give this part of yourself a voice. Ask it, what do you need? Just tell me the first thing that pops in your head.
Support and comfort.
Support and comfort. And would you allow yourself to feel those feelings of support and comfort, just the energy of those words, and thanking this part of yourself for giving you these clear messages?
Yep.
Beautiful. Thank you. Now, I'd like you to next set the intention to go back to when these feelings of scarcity, of feelings of not having enough time, where did they first originate? Just let me know whatever pops into your head.
When my father was sick with cancer.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Sorry, I'm just taking some notes right here. But I really want you to breathe and just feel that part of yourself, and know that at that time there was Raffaella that needed that support and that comfort. So could you take that time now to send that feeling of love, support, and comfort to that part of yourself?
Mm-hmm.
And if you could tune into your body now and feel, where does this lack of support or lack of comfort, where does that feeling sit within you now?
In my heart and my throat.
Beautiful. And if you could give that feeling in your throat a voice. Ask it, what is your message?
That it's okay to lean on others and to express like worrying to not have everything figured out, and that it's okay to that I'm not a burden, and it's okay to need help and support.
Beautiful. I love that. I love that you now are in touch with those feelings of knowing that support is something that not only you deserve, but it's all around you, and knowing that you're not a burden. Beautiful. And how about that feeling in your heart? If you could give it a voice and ask it, what is your message? What would it say?
It seems that it wants to say that there's a feeling, or there was a feeling of guilt for not feeling the heartbreak that was experienced, like a guilt for not acknowledging it and from running away from it.
And just tuning into this part of your body, maybe putting your right hand over your throat and your left hand over your heart. And doing whatever energy work that you feel guided to send or receive from this part of your body. And just let me know what you experience.
Experiencing, just seeing a bright, beautiful green healing light, also the green of my heart center. Just feeling it becoming brighter and brighter and more vibrant as I breathe into it and as I send healing through my hands to it. It almost feels like this constricting feeling of energy that's like attached to my heart center. Feels like a shield of some kind that's just like stuck there a little bit. So I'm trying to create space for it and kind of like telling my heart and myself that it's okay to just soften and to be exposed.
And tuning into that shield, that energy of constriction, give it a voice. Ask it, what is your purpose?
It feels like it's put there as a like protection during a time or to help with feeling like safe and survival.
And would you like to thank this part of your body that gave you that protection and gave you that support at a time when you needed it the most?
Yes, thank you for giving me the strength and the courage that I needed at that time to move forward in my life.
Beautiful.
I allow for it to be put down, for the shield to be put down, as in the present time. It is not needed, as I know that I am protected and I'm guided always, and that I have the support of others, and I express my needs to those in my life and to those in spirit, and so I no longer need to protect myself.
Beautiful. And would you see now a beautiful rose beginning to blossom in your heart? And just tell me what color this rose is.
It's pink.
Beautiful. How appropriate. And now allowing that pink rose to be filled with your love and your intention and your support. And just seeing this rose drift slowly out from your heart, and allow that rose to sit right in front of your body, right on the edge of your aura. And now set the intention that this rose pull and transmute and receive all the energy that you're ready to release, and send it to that rose now. knowing that this rose is here to help you and to take on this energy that no longer serves you. Just let me know when you've done that.
Done.
Beautiful. And now you can take that rose and you can zap it with a violet light, or you can imagine it floating out into the universe, dispersing into positive love and light energy, whatever feels appropriate to you.
Okay, done.
Beautiful. And checking in with your conscious mind now, Raffaella, how are you feeling?
Good. Feel good. Feel calm. Feel peaceful.
Mm-hmm. And in terms of that scarcity feeling from your ancestors, do you still feel that in your body, or is this something that maybe was shifted in our prior release?
I feel like it's no longer necessarily in my body as much as it is in my mind.
Okay. So let's tune into your mind. Take a moment to let all your thoughts to relax. All your thoughts to relax. Just breathing deeply. And now ask your mind, what are the beliefs that are holding me back right now? And just let them roll off your tongue and I'll write them down for you.
It feels like my whole life has been a race to the finish line. The finish line being a place of abundance and security and just, so it feels like my whole life I had this belief of having to outperform and to do as much as possible so that I could reach this point of being secure.
Beautiful. Anything else?
There's this belief that I am too different and my ways of being are too different for in this world and in this society to succeed. So it feels like there's a belief of not being supported in the way that I am.
And just thank these parts of yourself for being willing to share these beliefs about your life with you. And I really want you to now focus on that feeling of abundance and security now and support that you know is out there in your future. And you can cultivate these feelings within your mind, within your body, within your spirit by tuning into these feelings now. And if you could fast forward to a vision of yourself in the future, just using your imagination, seeing yourself living an abundant life, living with security and support, and what images come to mind? What feelings?
Feeling of being free and just like joyful and at peace, feeling like there's enough to receive and to give back to others as well. It feels like a constant flow and exchange. There's no feeling of lack or worry or stress of when that flow will come back. And there's a feeling of just excitement in being able to, again, give back.
Beautiful. I love that. I love that. And so looking back at these beliefs that are present in your mind now, feeling like your whole life you had to race to the finish line or outperform. We'll start with that one. What change would you like to see in this belief? In your own words, obviously.
I would like for that to be transmuted into a belief that there is no need to rush, and that feeling that by being present and by being and slowing down, that I am given everything I need to receive abundance. It's from those pauses and from those moments of stillness that I receive more than from doing and achieving and crossing things off my list.
Beautiful. And I just want to comment on your energy right now. I can just feel this radiant peace and excitement, and it's just overflowing from your being right now. It's just giving me tingles all over my body. And I really love how you're getting in touch with these feelings of excitement and feeling at peace and carefree. It's just so juicy. I love it. And going back to those beliefs about feeling different for this world and feeling like you're too different for society, how would you like to transmute those beliefs?
Okay, so I would like to shift that belief to feeling that exactly who I am and me being different is exactly what I need and what the world wants to see and what the world needs as well. And that my way of doing things differently is fully supported by the universe, because otherwise I wouldn't be here in the way that I am. And that there's a purpose to what makes me unique and to my ideas and visions for myself and for the collective.
Beautiful. So now's the fun part. I mean, this has all been fun, but this is my favorite part of the session. You've said support about 7 times. So I definitely feel like this is a theme for you moving forward, to realize and recognize that you do have the support, and the support within and without. So I'd like you to take your vision into the future, imagining 1 year from today. Imagine those new beliefs taking place of no need to rush, being present, slowing down, doing exactly what you do because you're comfortable with who you are, feeling the excitement, the abundance, the security, support, the joy and the peace and the constant flow and exchange. Just breathe that into your heart now. Open yourself up and be willing to accept these feelings now. And if you could give me a scene that pops into your head 1 year from today, what would it look like?
Okay, what I'm seeing right off the bat without forcing anything is there's a vision of a house in Joshua Tree. Actually, it feels like a home, like my home, something that I own, my second home, or maybe it's my main home. And I'm sitting outside in the desert at golden hour, and at this point, a year from now, my husband, that's weird. My husband, that's so weird. Okay, sitting next to me, and we're just like feel so in love and so at peace and just so like happy. We're both smiling and we're just so comfortable, and again feeling supported by each other, by ourselves and by the land that we are on and by nature and our surroundings, and just this feeling of total freedom and excitement for what lies ahead.
I'm going to let you sit in this feeling for a moment. And remember that every day you have access to this feeling. You can incorporate it into your meditations, into your beginning of the day or before you go to sleep, knowing and feeling fully that this is the future that you're creating now. And just one more last time, just breathe in and feel it in every cell of your body. And as you breathe deeper and deeper, those feelings become stronger and stronger, putting a smile upon your face, filling your heart. Opening your eyes. Coming back to this now. Seeing a silver, or not silver, sorry, any color you like coming down from your sacral chakra and grounding a light beam of whatever color you'd like down into Mother Earth, grounding this newfound energy and this new reality, this new paradigm into the present, grounding yourself completely. Okay, well, that was fun.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh, I released a lot, man. Yeah. I'm like kind of glad I wasn't on video. I was like, tears were like flowing out of my eyes.
Oh, I love it.
So beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
I'm so excited for you, Raffaella. I honestly have never felt that type of resonance before. Like the more and more I do these sessions, and I was just really tuning into that vision of your future, and just seeing it so clearly and so vividly within my own mind's eye, and it just feeling, sitting there, not trying to watch you and your boo-boo get too close. That's amazing. I love it. Just kidding, but that's so exciting. I'm so excited for you and the vision that you have for your future and the impact that you're making now and that you're going to continue to make. So thank you for letting me facilitate that process with you.
Thank you. That was so beautiful. I'm super inspired by that process. I loved it.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Thank you.
So,
I feel so at peace.
Cool. I was going to say, any last words for our listeners before we go to our little post talk?
Just how powerful it is to slow down. I know a lot of what my beliefs and my feelings are this rush, but like how powerful it is to really center yourself and be like really connected with your like mind, body, and soul, and to connect in that way. It's so powerful. And I know that's why we both do the work we do, is to lead people or to expose them to what that feeling even is. And that's what was coming to me in the background through the process, is that like ultimately that's what we're doing, is helping to guide people to connect back with themselves so that they can heal and create the life that they want, and to learn from their experiences and move forward in this experience. And so I love that process, because it reminded me of exactly what we're here doing.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. Awesome. Well, thank you all so much for checking out this episode. Yeah, this was an amazing opportunity. Check out Raffaella rather on Instagram. I don't know if you put your Facebook out there.
On Route 44.
Yes. Awesome. Well, much love, everybody. We'll see you all next time.
Thank you.
Have a beautiful one. Bye.
Bye.